Hey, 6 months ago, I got backed into a corner by a hospital diagnosis of terminal cancer. Well, they'd given me a 30% chance of lasting 3 years, so I decided I had to do something about it. But that's not what this video's about. If you want to see more about my journey fighting cancer, follow the link here. But today, I want to talk to you about this. This is my cold plunge tank, and this is my sauna. I had to make these. It's one of the most important parts of my cancer treatment. But let me show you how I made them. Looking inside the tank, I think you can see that it's one of those IBC tanks. It's an international bulk container. They use them for carrying liquids like honey or vinegar or chemicals of some type. And because it's so uneconomical to ship an empty container all the way back to be used again, they're available everywhere. And they make an awesome water tank for storing rainwater, or a cold plunge tank for your sauna. But how did I make it? Well, I made it out of things I had lying around. The only thing I actually bought was the stainless steel hinges and screws for the lid. Everything else was literally lying around my yard. Yes, I had the tank. It was going to be a rainwater tank, but when we chopped the tree down and we dropped a huge lump of tree through the top of the lid, it couldn't be a rainwater tank anymore. So I knew what it was going to be. I knew that it was going to be my plunge tank. Now this isn't going to be one of those boring, tedious, long, step-by-step, hold your hand and guide you through it type videos. This is not a how to do it, it's a how I did it video. So stainless steel screws wherever the water's going to sit, anywhere around the top here. Down the side, I used the same nails that nailed the pallet timber together that I made them out of. Because, yeah, I like pallets, okay? They're useful. It was really easy to make. All I had to do was screw wooden battens vertically down the metal cage that's around the tank, and then I could just screw straight into it. And attach these, stained it up, put a fancy lip around it so that I don't scratch my body when I climb in, and then made the lid. But over here, now you can see, it's second-hand corrugated roofing around the back and the two sides, but on the front I used a nice little bit of cedar, Japanese cedar, not the one that you'd normally see in the States, which I think is red cedar. Anyway, lovely, lightweight, lasts forever. The door used to be a shower screen, had an ugly aluminium frame around it, so I just prized that off, cleaned the soap scum off the glass, and put some bubble wrap on the inside. That insulates it and gives you privacy. And it sticks to the window using magic. Inside, there's not much room. Just room for you and a friend. The cladding, Japanese cedar again, this time done in a tongue and groove finish. This one, don't know if you can see from there, it's known as the government profile. Way back in the 1930s and 40s in New Zealand, all the old buildings, the government buildings, the post offices, the schools, they were all weatherboarded in this. The most expensive thing in here, I think. Oh no, the heater was a little dearer. I'll show you the heater in a minute. Because it looks so nice after I'd finished it, I decided to buy it a little prezzy. So this was $27 on eBay, I think. But inside, there are two infrared lamps. This one is far infrared, and this one is near infrared. I think it's important to have both of them because one is very therapeutic for the skin, and the other one is really deeply penetrating and good for your bone marrow and your muscle structure. Now they give a little bit of heat, but not enough for a sauna. So up top here, we've got a 1000 watt or 2000 watt infrared radiant heater. So once again, we've got a very deeply penetrating infrared heat. And to finish things off, down here under one of the benches, there is an RV diesel heater. Yeah, it's from a caravan or a movan. And that is powered by diesel, which is outside of course. And that blows through a 3-inch hose into this ceramic container full of stones, which I can sprinkle water on, and that will make this into a steam sauna. With both of these heat sources operating at once, I can get this temperature up to 80 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that's right, Celsius, not Fahrenheit. I think 80 degrees Celsius is the same temperature as rare lamb. Now, the benches are contoured, one slightly higher than the other. The back of this one is adjustable, and it's also removable and can be placed between the two to make 2 seats into one long bench. Here's the gubbinses for the diesel heater. Tank full of diesel, a bin to keep the battery in, and here's the air inlet, and there's the exhaust. The exhaust doesn't get frighteningly hot, just a blast of warm air. The diesel consumption, it's actually ridiculous. It's about 1 cupful of diesel per hour. But how much did it cost? That's all you want to know, isn't it? Including the heaters, the whole thing cost me 600 New Zealand dollars. That's about 340 US, I think.